Hey guys, I'm here with another video for you today. And this one is actually quite interesting because it has to do with some never before seen footage of the most haunted room in the world. So like I said, this is officially the most haunted room in the world, or at least it was when this video was filmed. And it's pitch black. There's a bed over there in the corner, and you can barely make out the closet door. There's a lot of backstory here. It starts with the caretaker. So there was a caretaker who worked at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. People were screaming, trying to get out of the building. And in the commotion, a young boy ran into this room. Probably saw the door open and walked in, but he died in this room. His body was found in the rubble 3 days later. He took care of all the patients there, all the terminally ill patients. And while the priest was blessing the room, the ghost hunter was filming. And this is what he captured on camera. The priest was saying, "Satan, I command you to leave this place right now in the name of Jesus Christ." Not only is it haunted by Charlotte, the woman whose body was kept in the room, and the little boy who died in there, and then, when they went to the adjacent room, the ghost hunter started recording, and the spirit spoke through him and told him that there were 3 spirits in this room. And like I said, it's available on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, I have a new channel. I just started it. So I would really appreciate it if you went over there and subscribed. I also have another channel that does live investigations. I will provide links to both below. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll provide more information below. I highly suggest watching it. It's pretty interesting. It's a really old video, though. It's from 2006. The episode is called Ghost Lab. It's most haunted room in the world. I think it's like number 5 or 6 out of 10 or 11 episodes of this series. But there was also a girl who hanged herself in one of the rooms on the floor above it. Her name was Helen, and she was dating this guy named Howard. And one day he left to go get a soda pop for her, and he never came back. So she waited and waited and waited, and then eventually she just hanged herself. So her ghost is also in this room. And then it responded, "No, no, no." And then he said, "I command you, Satan, to leave this place right now." And then it said, "No." And then the priest told it to leave again, and it said, "No, no, no." And then he told it one last time, and it said no, so it wouldn't leave. It sounded like somebody was walking across the hall and then down the hall. They thought, "Wow, this is weird. Look at this picture right here. That's the priest, right?" And then right above him, check this out. There's a face right there. Looks like a demon. Then he took another picture, and he got the same thing on this picture too. Isn't that crazy? And then he took one more, and he got a really good picture of it. There's another one right here, and here's one more. These are all the pictures that he took. He must have taken these in succession, because that's the only way that I can explain getting the same thing on 4 different pictures in a row like that. Then he took a picture of the priest, and you can see the face in the background right there. Right here is another one, and then another one. And then look at this one right here. There's the priest, and then right next to him is the apparition of a girl in a Victorian nightgown. It's the middle of the night, and nobody should be here, so they started investigating. And then they came across this room, room 313, and the door was slightly ajar. They walked in, and there was a full-body apparition standing by the bed. It was transparent. You could see right through it. And then it turned around and looked at them, and then it floated down the hall. The nurses screamed and ran away. That's when they called in the ghost hunters, and he fell in love with one of them. Her name was Charlotte. She was a nurse. One of them got possessed. Another one of them was levitating. Then they went into the next room, and this other ghost hunter started recording the EVP session. And this is what he recorded. He asked, "Are there any spirits present?" And this is what came through. "Spirits present. Do you want to talk to us?" "Yes. Yes." "Are you here to help us?" "Yes." "Yes." Then he asks if he could shake hands with whoever is here. And the answer was yes. And then the ghost hunter started speaking in tongues. It was not his language. He did not know that language. That's when they realized that they were dealing with something very powerful in this room, something very evil. She had tuberculosis, which is why she was at the sanatorium. He was trying to drive whatever was possessing this ghost hunter out of there. And then it responded, "No, I am the devil. I am here." And that S, when the ghost hunter stopped the EVP session and got out of the room because he was very scared at this point. The caretaker wanted to marry her, but she died. So when she died, he wasn't okay with that. He did not want her to die. So he kept her body in this room right here, hid her body under the bed, and locked the door and the windows and everything and sealed it shut with plaster. Well, he kept her body in there for 2 weeks. Nobody knew where she was. Her family came to visit her, and they couldn't find her anywhere. And eventually he confessed to keeping her body in this room, and he unlocked the door and her body was gone. It was mummified under the bed. He said that he heard her voice calling him every night, and he said that he was going crazy listening to her. Oh, that's where it started. And then you pan over here, and there's just a chair, and then another corner. There's a desk and a lamp. And the story behind this room is absolutely insane. Now, I can't find any updates on this particular room. If any of you know more about this room, please put it in the comment section below. I would love to know what happened. The update on this room. I looked all over the internet and could not find anything. I found some references to this room, but nothing recent. So I do not know if this is still the official most haunted room in the world, or if something else has taken its place. But this is definitely one of the scariest rooms that I've ever seen. Yes, that's right. This is allegedly the most haunted room in the world, at least according to the Travel Channel. They did an entire episode on it. They even went to this room. Didn't go to the room that we're about to see, but they did go to a very haunted room, allegedly the second most haunted room in the world, and I have not yet covered it. So after this video, I will post the video of the second most haunted room in the world. Okay, so let's get into this one. This is going to be interesting. But first, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. And now back to the video. So this is supposedly room 313, and look how dark it is. Alright, so it's not just some ghost that haunts this room. Then in 1924, a fire broke out in the building and people were running everywhere. Now fast forward to 1961. 3 nurses were working the night shift and they heard footsteps in the hall. And when the ghost hunters arrived, they did not realize what they were getting themselves into because they started experiencing things right away. Then the ghost hunter says, "I am Jesus Christ. I am risen. I am risen." Then they decided to bring in a priest to bless the room. And that's when the ghost hunter started taking pictures, and this is what he got on film. Okay, so apparently this room has a lot of history. That's why when the ghost hunter team showed up, things started happening immediately. Like I said, someone got possessed. Someone else was levitating. So that's where I got all of this information. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this video.